Every single day, across India, billions of WhatsApp messages, UPI payments, and Hotstar streams happen in the blink of an eye. We are a digital powerhouse. India generates a staggering 20% of the world's total data, but we only have the capacity to store 3% inside our borders. Therefore, 17% of our digital footprint physically sits on foreign servers, primarily in the United States. When our payment and defense data sits on foreign soil, it falls under foreign laws. Under regulations like the U.S. Patriot Act, foreign agencies have the legal authority to access and spy on our most sensitive information without our consent. In a serious geopolitical conflict, those foreign powers could weaponize our dependency. If they decided to flip the switch, our entire UPI network, the system that processes millions of transactions at local shops every day, could vanish overnight. It wouldn't stop at payments.
Our defense logistics and our core identity system, Aadhaar, are equally exposed to this external control. Owning our servers and keeping our bytes within our borders is known as data sovereignty. For India, building massive local data centers right here at home is the only way to truly secure our entire national infrastructure. To fix this massive storage deficit, India is experiencing a sudden explosive rush to build massive server facilities across the country. Mukesh Ambani is stepping in to build what could be the world's largest data center. His plan involves a 1 gigawatt AI-ready facility. A gigawatt is 1 billion watts of power capacity, enough to run a medium-sized city, all aimed at providing affordable artificial intelligence to every Indian. Meanwhile, Gautam Adani is pouring a massive $5 billion into the sector. By 2035, the Adani Group aims to develop highly advanced hyperscale facilities powered entirely by renewable energy. This chart reveals the immediate financial drive behind these patriotic investments. While standard residential properties yield 2 to 4% and commercial spaces offer up to 11%, data centers are commanding rental yields between 8 and 15%. For these megacorporations, housing the internet has become the most profitable physical real estate venture available in the country today. We call it the cloud, but the internet is highly physical. A data center is essentially a massive, deafeningly loud warehouse packed with dense hardware running at extremely high temperatures. Looking at this scale, generating just a single 100-word response from an AI tool like ChatGPT draws 0.14 kilowatt-hours of electricity. That is the exact same amount of power required to keep 14 LED bulbs burning bright for a full hour. Scale that up to millions of users, and the power draw becomes staggering. By the year 2030, India's data centers are projected to consume 57 terawatt-hours of electricity. To put that number into perspective, the entire Indian railway network, every electric train running across the subcontinent, currently uses about 20 terawatt-hours a year. These server farms will consume nearly triple that amount. If we don't drastically increase our renewable energy capacity, this unchecked digital expansion threatens to drain our power grids, causing utility prices to spike and potentially triggering a nationwide energy shortage. But electricity is only half the problem. Keeping these high-powered servers from melting requires an even more precious resource: continuous, high-volume water cooling. This diagram illustrates the daily toll. A single 100-megawatt data center can consume up to 2 million liters of clean, drinkable water every single day. That is enough to fulfill the daily water needs of 6,500 households. Massive server infrastructure is expanding over Navi Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Delhi, and Chennai. The problem? Delhi, Chennai, and Bengaluru are already highly water-stressed cities. We're putting the thirstiest industrial facilities on Earth in places struggling with severe water shortages. We've seen the consequences of this overlap. After large data centers moved into Georgia, local reservoirs dropped rapidly, leaving communities dependent on contaminated water. When billion-dollar tech investments drain the local water table, citizens are forced to stand in line for tankers just to get drinking water. To prevent our digital boom from drying out our cities, the industry must pivot immediately. New data centers must be built in regions with abundant water, and they have to adopt closed-loop cooling technologies and run entirely on renewable energy. True national security operates on two fronts. We have to bring our data home to protect it from foreign surveillance, But we also have to protect our physical resources from the extreme demands of our own servers.